So the one and only Rob Schneider joins us now. You know, I do have to sort of think it's kind of funny that they say this is a financial decision. Yeah, it's a financial decision because your show was terrible and nobody was watching it and you were losing money.
Well, there should be no fuzz on this at all, Griff. The Russians got Colbert fired, and I think I'm willing to testify if I get complete immunity from the Trump administration and from CBS. I'm willing to testify. No, but I just found out this morning also, if you go on social media, that a district court judge has prevented CBS from firing Stephen Colbert, which I don't think is fair either.
You know what's interesting is these Democrat politicians like Elizabeth Warren, a few others, have come out and made statements in defense of Stephen Colbert saying, hey, you fired him for political reasons. I know that you're an outspoken conservative. I imagine there are some jobs maybe that you were passed over for because of your views.
I just want to say, if Elizabeth Warren wants to pick up the tab for what CBS has been losing, just take away from her private jets, and she could put it towards Stephen Colbert's salary.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, I mean it's a lot tougher for. I love it when I and other, conservative comedians get accused of grifting off the right. Well, there's a lot more grift, as we've noticed, at the U.S. aid from the Democrats. As I sit here in Boston and outdoors, not paying for a room to rent to do this interview. Yes, I've lost. Of course, I've lost potential for money. It's a lot easier to get. Colbert never had me on his show. Neither has Jimmy Kimmel. Or I guess I was on a couple of times early. But look, it's. Here's what happens. Like, Colbert already cut the pie. It's a pizza. He already cut it in half. His potential audience, he cut it in half with it just by cutting out all conservatives at all, not caring about, the 47 states that may have a different opinion than the Democratic Party of open borders and women have junk between their legs. We have to, and so he had half the pie already gone, and then he has to divide that pizza in 3 slices with Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, and then so he's working for a third of a piece of pie, and that's just. It's not going to pay the bills. They have 200 employees, and frankly, I have more people will watch this on Twitter than for his advertising group that everybody on TV seems to still think is important, that 18 to 35 group.